Thank you for watching another episode of Mrs. Danielle DeVita. I am Danielle. So I am going to go over Proverbs 31 woman. A lot of times people talk about it, but they don't give a full breakdown of what the Proverbs 31 woman is. Just to be clear, this is from the Bible under Proverbs, the book of Proverbs, chapter 31. And starting at verse 10, it talks about, if you're looking in the King James version, it says, a virtuous woman. She is worth far more than rubies. And I think it's in the New Life version. It says a noble woman. So this is a woman of good character. The question is, do you have good character? If you don't, then this is something that you need to work on. So I'm going to break this video up in portions, and hopefully that as you watch this video as in different parts, you'll be able to work on each one of these parts in yourself. So I'm just going to do one whole video and then break it up in pieces. So again, in chapter 10, it talks about this virtuous, or if you're looking in the New Life, a noble woman. This is a woman of good character. It further states that her husband, so this is in chapter or verse 11, her husband. So just let you know that in the Bible, it is believed that such virtuous woman, such noble woman is going to be marriage material. She is going to be a wife. She is destined to be a wife. You may be a woman of good character. And right now you may not be married, but you will be. I speak that in your life. If you are a virtuous woman, and again, if you don't know what virtuous woman is, noble. If you are a noble woman, if you are a woman of good character, you are destined to be a wife. And it states into the next verse after it says she is worth far more than rubies, which means she's very worthy. She's not some transactional woman that you can get with, in the late night. She is someone who is worth far more than just a few dollars here and there. Okay. So this woman, she, the heart of her husband trusts in her. So he trusts in her and her abilities. So that for her husband to trust in her abilities, she's confident. And that's in the New Life translation, but in the King James, it says her husband safely trust in her, the heart of her husband. So that means he gives his heart to her and he trusts in her and trusts in her abilities to do right by him. And because it says she will do him good and no evil. So she will treat him well. This is a woman of good character. This is a woman who can be trusted. So when they talk about these women ain't loyal, they're not talking about virtuous and noble women. Because you, as a virtuous and noble woman, are loyal. You are someone to be trusted. You're one who is going to do good by your husband. How do you do good by your husband? So this is going to be part of my series for Better Wives, Better Marriage. Because wives who love their husband, pray for them. When he does wrong, or if he's not thinking clearly or whatever it is, you don't disrespect him. Because for men, sign of disrespect is doing evil, right? You're not doing him any good by disrespecting him. This woman knows how to get her point across with tact. This is a woman who knows how to pray for her husband to have guidance and wisdom and be the best out in the world. She's not going to walk around saying he ain't going to be nothing. He won't be anything, and he's full of this and he's full of that. No. She's going to fill him up with admiration, with respect, right? I'm not saying she's going to be on her knees groveling at him. No, and being passive and weak. Don't you understand? This is a strong woman, right? So let's recap, because I'm going to break this up in parts. First, we realize that this is a noble woman. She is a woman that is trustworthy. Her husband trusts her. She's worth far more than rubies. So again, she's noble. She's worth far more than rubies. And if noble is the same as virtuous. Her husband trusts in her. She does not do any wrong to him, but she does good, which means she's respectful. She's loving, right? Are you that woman? Because if you're not, it's time to get that character right. It's time to be the woman of good character, to be noble. And this is what I'm talking about often, about your mindset. Get that mindset right. So I'll see you in part 2, and we're going to talk a little bit more.